Alright. Oh, okay. Hop open live split real quick before it gets started. I can just add comparisons, which is kind of cool. Wish I could like add. Wish I could like. What am I trying to say? So I want to like add a comparison at the end. So I want to like do a one and then be like, okay, here's a comparison. It's like I'd like to be like best today or something. How do I like? Huh. All right, cool. So apparently there's around the holidays there's a Christmas, there's a Santa. Is there anything else different in here? That's funny. Okay, so we're gonna try. I remember I did a run that I was happy with last night. It was like 40 minutes or so, and then I was like, let me try one more, and then I was like, okay, bad, 2 major mess ups in the first few minutes. I was like, all right, we're done. So, we're just gonna try to do a run, just a run, practice commentating. Just I gotta keep it tight, talk through the things. This is Supraland. It's a 3D Metroidvania made by David Munich, like one dude. You are a toy in a sandbox. There's a lot of toys in the sandbox, and there's this creepy kid right there who looks over you. So we try to avoid that. We don't want to see that. That'll kill the run. So the story starts. You are the Prince of Redville, who's you know, a little bit full of himself, but that's fine. And I'm going to talk to my parents. We lack water, and I'm going to go investigate what's going on. So I go down into this pipe. This game has a lot of like references to other games and some light pop culture stuff. It's actually been patched and changed over the years to adjust what it is. And here you get a wooden sword, and the little pop-up says it's not dangerous anymore. So right off the bat, this game does where some of the initial programmers of the game did reference like how it's a combination of puzzle, exploration, combat, how it sort of wears inspiration on its sleeve, and that's great. It's a fantastic game. So here we are. We are going to get started. Some just basic movement. We don't move that fast. We have a sword. It does almost no damage, and we're collecting coins. So the whole point is we collect coins to get to be able to afford upgrades. We collect barrels through some very light puzzle solving to unlock those upgrades at the store, and then we buy those upgrades, and that's the cycle for the first 5 minutes of the run or so. So, oh no, what happened? Why don't we have water? Oh no, there's blue dudes there, and they're hitting an already broken pipe with a hammer. So, obviously that's distressing. So I'm now tasked to go talk to the King of Blueville and figure out what's going on. Because, you know, obviously the king would have responsibility for everything all of his folks are doing. And one of those dudes down there actually had a pirate hat, which was kind of weird. I don't know why you'd wear a pirate hat. I don't know, ever, let alone underground. It just kind of makes you look like a bad guy. Okay, so this is the first, I'll call it puzzle here. Let's try this. Oh, okay, that's fine. I forgot that I have this strat because I'm talking. try to go over that cliff. But I only give it one try as I'm going, and I just... You know what the worst thing you can do is forget you're going to try to do it, then go back and try to do it, and then just fall and mess it up. Oh, I gotta stop hesitating there. I gotta just start hitting it right away. Okay, so yeah, this is a paint machine. So we had you might notice that was a gold crystal, a yellow crystal. Over here, I need a white crystal to open up this door, and so there we go. I explained that only because I want to make note of that. That's very important. That comes up a few times in the run at very critical points. So it's important to understand those mechanics. We do have the ability to change what color is in the paint machine. We didn't have to there for this first one. Partially because we don't really have much to change it with. So now I bought the Force Cube. That was the upgrade I just bought. The first one was Speed. Now I have the Force Cube. The Force Cube I use, I mean, aside from it looking like speedrunner tech, it's just kind of a little bit like fidget swag. I also use it to slightly manipulate the enemy AI so they don't, you know, hit me. And for going up vertical spots, I do try to do it up that. Oh wow, that exactly like that has never happened before. I've never done that, so that's fun. I've messed that jump up plenty of times in plenty of ways, but that particular way, never. So that's fine. That's fine. I'll try this thing to save some time and then also mess that up. Coin routing is very particular in this. Well, it's particular. Coin routing is a challenge early on. This is very possible, and rather than having to go around the way you just saw me go and climb back up, you can just sort of go up there. I thought I had that consistently recently, and now I don't. In any case, so we're just gathering coins to pick up the next upgrade, which is the double jump upgrade, which lets us... I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Let's jump twice. Oh, goodness gracious. Where do those go? Okay. That is unusual. And then we're going to pop up here. That right there looks straightforward. It is not. Like, it's hard to describe how finicky the jumping with the Force Cube is. Okay. That was incredibly slow, and we're just going to live with it. So we're flying back. We're going to grab the... So I mentioned we need to grab barrels as well as coins. So here's the barrel for the double jump. Well, when I was first started running this game, I didn't realize that the barrels were actually specifically tied to upgrades, so I thought it was just the number of barrels. That was a rude awakening. I am behind on coins. Ouchies. Ow. Am I? Like, oh no, I'm fine. Okay. I'm gonna take this guy out. Oh! Oh, that was rude. Oh, come on! Okay. So enemies, as you might be able to tell, are a huge RNG point in this run. So now we're gonna go for the triple jump, and hopefully we're not gonna die on the way over, because that would be awful embarrassing. And it has happened. I usually just end my runs at that point. That's not an option today. So, yeah, I'm at 5 health. So, yeah, if I get hit by anything else, I'm dead. I'm going to take, but that looked kind of risky. We're going to take this opportunity to come along here and go around this left side rather than... Yeah, that feels a little bit faster than the alternate. Oh, no, because I forgot to do this. Fair enough. Okay, maybe it's not faster. Whatever. I'm just going to go. I hope that this guy's making it over here. Oh my goodness! And oh yeah, that's it. I'm oh. You'd see the force to do a little bit of damage. There we go. I'm resetting that. That sucked. I would, obviously, if I was doing the real thing, but I'm like, okay, I'm not happy with this run anyway. I just need to practice. So I would have got myself out of that. I want to go around the left. It's just I need to, but yeah, then I don't have the nice, clean. Alright, we'll try it again. Okay, so this is Supraland. It's a 3D Metroidvania. It is awesome. It's made by one dude, David Munich. He's German. He's awesome. He's now got a studio. He's making Super World. Go check it out. Check this out. In any case, this game has puzzle solving, exploration, and combat in various measures. We are going to run this is the any % glitchless category, so nothing that looks like glitches. Or nothing that is glitches. There are things that might look like glitches, but they're not. So we just need to get to the end of the game, beat the boss as quickly as possible. In this early section, we have to just, we're moving kind of slow. We have one jump. We're kind of weak. Unlike a lot of Metroidvanias, we get a bunch of upgrades early. Like, you get a bunch back to back to back. Now, there are major, after this section, there are major upgrades that are more few and far between, but early on we're just getting a whole slew of upgrades to teach us sort of the flow of the game and get out into the world. So we're going to get double speed, force cube, which I'll explain, double jump, triple jump, an extra bank upgrade so we can afford more coins, so we can buy more the upgrades we need, and then we'll move on. So what just happened here, there's a very light story, but we don't have water. I checked it out, and there's the blue dudes who are responsible for it. Obviously we're red, so, weird sandbox tensions. Can't we just all live in harmony? So here we go. Here's the first barrel we get. You're supposed to shoot it over that fence, but we can just kind of not. I also can climb over that cliff if sometimes I can do that. Not today. And we pop in here, grab and I quickly bought that force cube upgrade. The force cube upgrade creates this purple cube. It's heavy. It's useful. I'm gonna hit this as soon as I can. Oh, okay. That was not the worst thing I've ever done. Okay. Currently, like, looking at that, because I don't know how I would have... That doesn't make any sense. 3 seconds. Oh, off the world record. Sorry. Okay, I hit my... Okay, that makes more sense. I was going to say, I was looking at my splits, and they did not make sense to me. I was like, I know my time. That was okay, but that was not a... I did not save 3 seconds over my PB. One of the notable things about the differences between my run and the world record run is that my beginnings generally are much faster. But their middle and end are leagues ahead, which I'm working on that. Yeah, the beginning of this game is pretty good for me. That said, I've actually made it less consistent as of late because I've been trying to find minor time saves that don't make a ton of sense to bother with. Like the one you're about to see. So, ow! Okay, so I just picked the loot upgrade. So that was that would be a straight time loss if I didn't get that loot upgrade. But I did. So I picked up 2 coins, so I can use that to save a little bit of time later. Okay, we're gonna do this again because we're practicing for a marathon, and I want to look cool and not embarrass myself. There we go. Look at that. First try every time. Otherwise, you'd have to jump up around there, and it takes a few seconds. It's faster if you do what I just did correctly. I genuinely don't believe it's entirely within my control. I think, there's the way the force cube works. I'm gonna grab this for safety. The way the force cube works and the height you get, it doesn't seem... If it's deterministic, it's very hard to count on and do consistently, just in a practical way. Oh my! Speaking of consistency, I've never had 2 enemies spawn there like that. Oh, it's okay. Didn't need that coin. It was sort of an extra. That was not as bad as it could be. We're not doing great right now, but it's okay. So, we're gathering coins. I should be narrating for the run, not for this particular how good I'm doing. We are grabbing this. That's fine. Grab this barrel. This is the double jump barrel. Oh my goodness. Can we not? Little punks. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we're fine. Don't worry about it. No questions. This is the double jump barrel, and I'm going to have 58 coins. I need 36 for this one, and I'll need 30 for the next one, and then I'll need 40 later. So all of this is to get, the fastest coins at the point that I need them. And 22 at this point, so I'm 3 ahead or so. So I'm gonna actually, I could have skipped those 3, but I'm gonna grab them and see if I can maybe skip something later. We'll see. Yeah, I'm 20. That was a 22-second time loss on that split. Well, at that point, let's just go this way. At this point, let's just test the left route. Yeah, that's plenty fast. I like that. I like that a lot better than the other way. It feels... That might fly off the edge. I don't know. Hope it doesn't. Oh, okay. If you throw that too fast, it'll just go off. So yeah, there's a couple ways to do that, and I think the way that I just did is fast. I won't be able to tell from this split because I'm doing terribly, but that's fine. So yeah, now this is the triple jump barrel. This is the last upgrade we're getting early, and then we're going to head on to the purple. Yeah, that was fast. Sorry, the red MacGuffin, which, as we jump over this, you should be able to see up there. So there's the red crystal, which houses the red, which is where the red MacGuffin is. MacGuffin is sort of just a term for a literary device, you know, in a story that pushes it forward. So there's a little tongue-in-cheek there. So we're going to go to the red MacGuffin, which is going to have an upgrade for us, a new weapon, which we will need for puzzles and combat alike. Hey, we can kind of climb up this. This I borrowed gently. I need to just reset. I need to remember that, like, if that doesn't go, if I get sort of stuck at that height, I just need to reset. I think I need to reset again. Okay, that was good. I mean, that was terrible, by the way. That was abysmal. I'm so far behind, but whatever. We're doing it. So you might think, oh no, this is the Ampersand glitchless category. Why are you? This looks like a glitch. It's not a glitch. Out of bounds in this game are very loose. The glitchless category does say no out of bounds, but that isn't out of bounds because this game actually intends for you to eventually be able to get pretty much wherever you want. Oh no. Oh wow, that was abysmal. That rarely happens. It's okay, this isn't good. So we're about to pick up the red MacGuffin in here. It is a red blaster. You're gonna see what it does in a moment. We shoot these sort of round things. Ooh. I don't know. I'm not sure what they are. It's kind of spherical in some way. Anyway, so we're still gathering coins. So the next major milestone is... No, we're not going to let that go. Next major milestone is 40 coins. And then we're going to need 5 later. At that point, we'll have picked up many coins incidentally, so it doesn't matter. So that's the last. This is the last sort of major coin section of the game. A lot of work has gone into the initial figuring out what coins to get, which ones are fast, which ones are consistent, etc., etc., etc. That skeleton coin was mostly because of 33. I don't know the last time if I've ever had 33 coming here. So I get 4 for free. I have more coins than I need at this moment. So I know exactly which ones I'll get, which ones I'll skip. But yeah, that's a weird, like 33 isn't as high, but I killed a bunch of enemies that you normally don't want to. And if I didn't get that loot upgrade, which took me 0 seconds to get because it was I needed the coins there anyway, then I would have I would be very not ahead, and that's kind of unfortunate because I would have lost all that time to have to fight those enemies anyway because they got in my way. Although I did think I'd get a little aggressive with one of them. Anywho, we got a battery, so this is one of the recurring puzzle elements of the game. We have this purple button that we use the purple force cube to hit, and then the red wood you're supposed to hit it with the beam or the sword. Then we get caught on that green aloe plant. Okay, so actually that's interesting that these are purple. I was just noting how like a lot of these things in this game are the color coded for you to sort of understand how you interact with them, and you're supposed to shoot those off. But they are purple, not red. So the more you know. I am about 45 seconds behind my PB right now, so we're just gonna ignore that. But we're doing great. This is good. So we're about to go into a section. Well, I'll explain this real quick. So we're going to a section where there's a door. In order to open the door, there's but we're headed towards the blue MacGuffin, by the way. In order to open the door, we're gonna have to make somebody happy. There's a dude who says, "Hey, if you get me into this holy-looking building, it's kind of like, then I will open the door for you." And in order to get the holy building, if you open the door for him, the guy says, "You don't look very holy." So how do you make someone look holy? Well, we're gonna get creative. So we're gonna find a metal ring. We're going to in order to be holy, you need to have a halo over your head. Like that's what halo. Like this dude, Mr. Miracle. Everyone say hi to Mr. Miracle. The story does. These are recurring. Comes up in the credits. These are recurring sort of gag. So like before, we're gonna use a paint machine. So we have a metal ring. It's brownish, but that's not a halo. But if you turn it yellow, then it is a halo, basically. So we're gonna do that. But the last piece is you can't just give it to him. It has to like float over his head. So we could just stand here, and we're supposed to stand here and sort of hold it there. But I'm just gonna shove it in the wall and have it sort of hover, because it's faster for me to spend this time doing something else rather than stand there. So that gets him in, and then that door opens over here, which is great. And you might notice, so in that time that I had, I'm gonna skip that coin on the right. In the time that we had there, we went and put something red into the paint machine. So that's because we need, in this coming section, we need a red key card. And, well, we have a white key card, so problem solving. Puzzle solving. I do enjoy that a lot of the things are, like, the game pulls in sort of intuitive. It's not all, it's not like The Witness, right? There are real things in this game that are, you have to use your, wait, I'm missing a coin. Oh no. I missed one of the coins in the stupid in that house I just went into. Okay, so that's fine. I'll just grab one right here. There's plenty of backups. It's just slower. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, am I gonna bring this thing on a journey? I am. We're going on a journey. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just having a good time with it. Because I just watched my GDQ submission run where I brought this forward. I haven't practiced this for a while, but we're gonna do it anyway, just in case I feel like busting it out. You know, it's not terrible. It's not that bad. I also don't know that this is really slower. Like, you know what? Like, I genuinely feel like this is actually pretty fast, and I don't know why. Oop. Okay, we're gonna let that go down there, and we're gonna line up with this thing, and we're gonna quickly. We're gonna hope that works, and if it does, it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, and that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, whatever. I'm just doing this. This is just a run, right? Ooh, do not. Rude. This isn't a good run as it is, so let's just have some fun with it. So we're about to come up to... we're moving towards the blue MacGuffin. You can see the blue crystal over there. And there's a red dude with a pirate hat over there who seems friendly. He's going to tell us there's a modified upgrade for our gun. So that's cool. So we're going to come in here and grab that real quick. And then... Wait, what? What? Why would you do that? So it's actually the blue pirate from before. This would be a fantastic time for donations if I were in a marathon and there's people doing donations. But all that said, we're about to get an upgrade for our gun. So we shoot an orb right now, and then we it'll shoot a little laser beam, which does very little damage. But if you shoot the orb and then you shoot the laser, hit it with the laser beam, it shoots a big explosion that splash damage for 100 damage, which is a ton. So that'll one-shot a lot of the things that we're going to encounter in this game. Almost most of the things that we're going to encounter. So we use that. They teach you how to use it to get out of here. And then we get out of here. All fire. The alt fire is actually tremendously important in like a hundo run. We're gonna. Oh no! Ooh! Oh, I went for the health and I died. That's all right. So the alt fire is actually tremendously important. Okay, do not. For a hundo run, because that you actually upgrade that to a certain amount, and then lets you break through some metal bars and get to like one of the final challenges in the game, which then lets you sort of navigate freely with like these crazy jumps. It's called happiness. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I was also. Let's just like look. Let's do a casual look for the red key card. There it is. Actually, that was not too bad of a throw. extraordinarily similar to the quality of the throw that I had in my my submission run. So that's pretty funny. We're gonna do that. I'm way more hurt here than I want to be. That I'm comfortable with. We're moving. We're just gonna keep moving for the moment. Oh gosh, okay, we're gonna grab this. Okay, we're gonna do that. Do that. You don't really, as far as I can tell, you don't really get iframes in this game. So I don't see the key card yet, but it's got to be over here. So there it is. Wow, that's a really unfortunate spot. So even if I was, and you can see already, right, why it's just like you don't really save time. And then you just do stuff like that. I promise this isn't my first my first run. Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious. Okay. Wow. Like, what are the odds that this is bad? So I'm done. I feel done for today. I know I need to practice full runs, but I'm just like,